Greetings. Thank you for joining the webinar. Today we're going to talk about how the blended learning is organized using the Lanteria LMS. First, we will go with a little bit of a presentation, and then we will make a quick step inside of the Lanteria LMS itself, and we'll see how beautiful it is in its functionality. So first of all, the presentation is done by Alexi, who is myself. I've been here for over than 8 years now, and I pretty much can tell you all the secrets of this software. Little bit about the company. Lanteria is a software development company. Our main and only direction is the HR and talent management software. The company was founded in 2006. We've got 15 plus years of experience, and we have 250 plus middle to large organizations using our software in more than 40 countries of the world. So in the webinar, we precisely will be talking about Lanteria LMS features, then what's the blended learning is, then the learning environment and users inside of Lanteria, analytics and reporting, and as a bonus feature, I will show you the synchronization with Go1, which is a quite popular courses provider nowadays. So there we go. What is Lanteria LMS? Lanteria LMS is a corporate learning management system. Inside of this system, there is a collaboration between different users. So in general, we will be talking about the HR or trainer. In some case, the main user will be the trainer, the manager of the team, and the employee. Or in this particular case, we'll be talking about the learner. Um, the key features that the system provides would be the system provides the online material storage where you can keep your audios, videos, PDFs, maybe some gamified SCORM courses if you wish. Then we also provide the classroom and online group sessions. So you can schedule the event that happen in some classrooms and the attendees have to stand up and go to some location to listen to the presenter, or otherwise you can have the online sessions for multiple users scheduled through Lanteria. We also got the development plans. We have the training requests and budgets. It is very important that on the level of a learner, you can create a training budget and then just track how much you have in general as a budget and how much has been already spent in this year for this employee's development. And finally, we've got the automated certification and quizzes inside of Lanteria. So going further, just a few words about what is a blended learning. That's a very, very popular thing nowadays. And according to the glossary of education reform, which is an online resource that describes the school improvement terms, a blended learning means the practice of using both online and in-person learning experiences when teaching students. In other words, let's take the employee or a learner, for example. So in the employee's development plan, you can have some activities that will be happening online, which the employee can pass through the computer or tablet, for example. But at the same time, there may be some classroom activities where the employee has to be personally present. In case of a blended learning, in some cases, the in-person activities can replace the activities that happen online. In some cases, they can complement each other, but that's a mixture of the online and offline development activities. So right now we will make a little journey inside of Lanteria LMS. In this demonstration, we will take a look at the learning environment and users, how that works in the system, analytics and statistics, and Go1 integration. Just to remind you, Go1 is a very good resource providing the modern learning courses. So let's go inside of the system. Just a little second. So there we go. So that's Lanteria. You will see the full edition of Lanteria because in my presentations, I also show other modules, but our key interest will be the learning management in that case. So the main directions that this module covers would be the storage of online courses, which is over here, learning catalog, and also the training schedule, which is the schedule of classroom activities or group sessions that will happen online. So if we go to the learning catalog right now, we will be able to see the following information. Any videos, audios, PDFs, some other format files, maybe some gamified e-learning courses, they will all be stored in here. These also can be links to other resources like YouTube, for example. As I said, we also integrate with Go One, by the way, and LinkedIn Learning as well. So the idea is that you can get the training materials directly from the Go One database. You just need to have a subscription with Go One, and then Lanteria integrates with it seamlessly and automatically. You just literally have to log in Lanteria into your Go One account, just like that. So you will be able to synchronize any courses from the Go One database through Lanteria. So some of the courses will be set to be open. So not only managers can assign them to the employees, but also employees will have the chance to assign the courses to themselves. But in some cases, you may wish to make the activities requiring the permission. So it's like first the employee selects what he or she wants to pass, and only then the employee sends a request. And if the request is approved, the employee gets the access to the file. If not, the employee does not get. We will go inside of the employee side of things in just 1 minute. But before we actually do that, in addition to this catalog of online courses, we also have the schedule of the classroom activities. So we are going over here. Right now, I'm on the admin's side of things. So that's what the training manager of the company would normally see. So we see that there is a schedule of activities right now, and we can schedule some more training activities inside of the system. So basically, we will provide a title for this activity. We will schedule when it's going to happen. We will also be able to specify whether that's an online activity, and even more, we can make the meeting happening online like a session. If we wish, we can use Teams, because Teams is also synchronized with inside of the system. And in that way, we will be able to schedule an activity, and then people will be able to get assigned to this development activity, assigned themselves, or I, as a manager, for example, can assign the employees. So again, it can be a classroom activity where the employee has to stand up, attend the training, but also it can be the online session where people will be joining at a scheduled time, but from their computers, tablets, desktops, and so on and so forth. Talking about the end user or employee or a learner in this particular case, what this person is going to see. So I will open my card. In that case, I act under the profile of Tanya Coleman, and we will now see what the user is going to use inside of the personal learning. So we've got the learning over here, and there will be my development plan. There is always a collaboration inside of the system. So it's like the training administrator uploads the courses, the managers of the teams assign these courses to their subordinate employees, or employees assign the courses to themselves. So there is always a collaboration between different groups of users. If I, as an employee, want to search for some interesting course which I would like to pass, I can enter the storage and add some of the documents or files into my plan. I will see if something has been already used by myself. So it's already in my plan. In some case, if the administrator has decided to block the free access to this particular course, I will see, I as an employee will see the following: send the request. So for having an access into the first aid course, I will be able to only send the request, and only after that the manager will get that request, approve it or reject it. I will get the manager's decision sent to me automatically. And based on that decision, I get the access or I don't get the access to some particular course. Except for that, so as we have seen, employees can request access to some documents. Also, managers can assign some documents to them. And there is a great portion of automation, meaning that in any course, in its property, if you are an admin, you can set that this course is mandatory for users with certain prerequisites. For example, if there are courses for all senior managers and not only senior managers, but senior managers speaking English and Japanese language, for example, then Tanya Coleman will be automatically assigned to a particular course which matches some prerequisites which Tanya has in her profile. So there is a great portion of automation. In addition to all that, you can always request the external activity. It may happen that the training or development activity is happening elsewhere, not inside of your company, not online, but you have to travel somewhere. So you will be able to fill out the form for requesting such an activity and specify the cost. So your management will approve it or reject it. It's all powered with the collaboration. So just to summarize, we've got the, in my case, that's the HR, but normally in the LMS, that would be the training manager, who is the top level user. You can see that the training manager's menu looks like that. We also have the manager of the team. That's the person who can manage the development activities throughout his or her subordinate department. So we've got my team learning, you can see over here. And finally, there will be a role of the employee who can only manage the personal learning, request some courses, or pass those courses that have been already assigned to him or her by the manager. All the results that show how good or bad I pass my courses, they will be under my gradebook. So I'll show you how the gradebook looks, and there will be the entire history of myself passing all the courses. In addition, I will see my certificates, I will see my entire development activities, and also I will see my gaps, like comparison of my actual knowledge against the knowledge expected by my organization. So that's pretty much it. Talking about the analytics in general, of course, you can always view the analytics per the employee. That's very simple. But in addition to that, you will be able to see certain analytics showing overall progress in your company's development activities and employees learning. So first of all, on the dashboard of the administrator, we will see the learning reports. That's a portion of the reports most frequently used, for example, just like that. More reports will be stored inside of the reports module, and there you can report on all the activities, past, failed learnings, in process, and so on and so forth. So for that, you would go to the list of our reports and learning module reports, just like this. If it happens that some of the reports doesn't really exist, so let's imagine that you've got some report that looks pretty close to the information that you are actually looking for, but that's still not the report that you want. Maybe some fields are missing. That's a problem, but not a great problem, because you can always go and build your custom report and combine absolutely any information, any statistics, analytics into one screen and have your custom report. Yes, that would be pretty much it. Just to summarize the overall presentation, on the level of the collaboration, we've got the administrator. In my case, that's the HR. In the LMS, that would be the training manager. We've got the team manager and we've got the employee. Normally, it happens that the administrator uploads the courses and then managers assign them to their subordinates or employees assign them to themselves. That is also possible. In addition to all that, we've got some specific features for certifications. So you can, I would say, pre-build a template of certificate or several templates, and then you can choose that for certain trading activity. You want the system to automatically send the certificate to the attendees upon completion. That's possible. We also have the quizzes. So the idea is that Lanteria allows you to build the quizzes that can be automatically checked by Lanteria. So first you will have to build questions and specify which answers are correct inside of the system. Then once you have done that, you will be able to publish the real quizzes, and your employees or learners, they will see approximately the following picture. So they see the question, they see the choices, they have to think which one is correct. There can be more choices, that's all configurable and customizable. But as an employee, I cannot see which one is correct. I have to think. But the system knows which one is correct because the administrator has already configured that. The system will be able to check all my results automatically and show my score in my gradebook. That's pretty much it from the functional standpoint. And as I said, we integrate with Go 1. So if we go to the settings very quickly, just a moment, integrations. Go 1 is a very, very modern and very nice database. I would say even provider of the courses, development courses. So you see, we've got a number of integrations available out of the box, and Go 1 would be one of them. So all you need to do is just actually log in. I've already done that, so my option is just to log out right now. If I do that, I will be able to log in back. And courses that are provided by Go 1, I can very easily synchronize them with our database just by clicking synchronize courses now. And that will mean that we will be able to pass those courses through Lanteria, but the course itself is stored in Go 1. But in Lanteria, you will still be able to see all the results and history of such courses. That would be pretty much it. So let's make a quick step back into the presentation and listen to the questions, if any. Do we have some questions? We don't seem to have the questions. All right, so we don't have any questions at all. Then from my side, I would like to very, very sincerely thank you for attending the webinar. You will see the contact details on your screen. So if you have any questions, please feel free to contact us, and we will be very glad to schedule a personal demo and go very deep into the details and see how our solutions can help you power your development activities. Thank you. Thank you. Have a nice evening, day, morning, wherever you are. Goodbye.